This is my James Charles flashback Mary moment. What the fuck? And I'm not trying to have that happen again, so I have avoided it like a plague. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So first of all, I am so excited about this look. I love the way it turned out. It was so much work, in case you haven't figured it out yet by the background, by my nails, by my eyes. Yellow is my favorite color. So yeah, today's video is all about the Estee Lauder foundation. Now I have a full-size foundation here, which is in the wrong shade for me, unfortunately, and I have a sample of my correct shade. So I really wanted to get on camera and show you the two colors side by side. I just want to show you the two different colors in a specific foundation line that can actually work for me, in case you do match your foundations to my skin tone and you want to see if you need to go a little bit lighter or a little bit darker. Like in this case, this is a little too light for me, this is a little too dark for me, but now that they're on my face and they've had time to like oxidize and melt into my skin and like match everything, they kind of look exactly the same, and yet they are a full shade apart. So yeah, if you want to see how these two perform and like hold up on my skin, I mean, I have done wear tests of the Estee Lauder foundation before, so I don't really feel the need to wear it for too long, but so that you can actually see how it melts into my skin and how the color changes from the very beginning throughout the day to the very end of my day, then I will be wearing this for at least many hours. So if you want to see how these hold up and go onto my skin, then just keep watching. Okay, so ever since I received this bottle from Estee Lauder, which was many months ago, I have shown it a lot of love on my channel. So I do have like a wear test on it, but what I realized is that I don't have a dedicated wear test with like my new lighting and setup and prettiness and all of this good qualityness. So I really wanted to like come in and show you the difference between what I thought would be my perfect shade, which is a little too light and a little too neutral for me. This is 6W2 Nutmeg, versus what should be my perfect shade. But I feel like I just don't have like a spot on perfect shade in the Estee Lauder range, but this is a closer match to me. This is the 7W1. I did get a sample of it, but the 6W2 actually looks like it matches me perfectly until like the 10th hour that I'm wearing it or something, and then my face starts to look straight up gray. I will insert a vlog that I was featured in somewhere here where my makeup legitimately looks a bit like a hot mess. I feel like if I don't point it out, you won't notice, but if you have a keen eye for makeup, you will see that my face is looking pretty damn gray. And I came home that night and it was an event, like a launch event, and my face looked so gray. And since then, I've been so afraid of picking up the 6W2 foundation unless I like mix it in with a darker foundation to like make it match me better, because Estee Lauder has an amazing shade range. Let's start there. W is for warm, N is for neutral, C is for cool. So I have a warm undertone, so I thought I was in the 6 range, because the 7 range looks really dark, especially when you get to like the 7N, which is a 7 neutral, but the 7 warm actually works for me. So 7 warm 1, that is what this is. This is 6 warm 2. There is a 6 warm one, but that is just straight up way too light for me. I feel like it actually matches this part of my arm perfectly. This one matches my mom perfectly, and she's a lot lighter than me, so it probably matches more like this part of my arm perfectly, and I'm trying to match my body, so I can get away with this. But towards the end of the day, because of the discoloration on my skin, it does start to like peek through and make the foundation look super gray on me, so I am not a fan of that. It kind of really embarrassed me and I was really disappointed, so I've just been like avoiding it unless I have a super special occasion event thing. But a dupe for this is a Revlon color stay, so I did sort of switch over to that. So you can definitely see a very clear difference in the colors, especially when I like have them on my hand before I put them on my face. You can see that one is clearly darker than the other. I have 7W1 on this side of my face, so this is the side that should match my body perfectly. I have 6W2 on this side of my face. It matches my body perfectly, and the 7W1 is a little too dark for my body, but with the magic of concealer, as I've shown you in this series of videos, with the magic of concealer, you can make anything work. So the concealer sort of balanced everything out and is making everything look like butter, you know, because this is actually one of my all-time favorite foundations, because it does not transfer, lasts literally 18-24 hours, amazing, and the coverage is amazing. You use very little. I wish it came with a pump. It does not. It comes in glass, and I'm kind of afraid of dropping it, which is why I keep putting it down. But yeah, those are my only complaints about it. And I feel like even this being 6W2 runs a bit too neutral for me, because if it had a bit more warmth in it, like a bit more umph in it, then it would actually be able to like pass as my shade. But to have a full bottle of the wrong shade is not good. I mean, it's good for my mom because like I keep dropping samples for her, so yeah, it's about to get finished to use it up on her. But for me, I do need the 7W1 but it's a little dark, but I can make it work with my concealer. I haven't even put powder on my face. Like, can we talk about that? Because it is now almost 3 p.m. I got this foundation on my face at about 1:15, so we can call the check-in time 1, just to round things up. And this is 2 hours later, and absolutely nothing has moved. My face is very, very dry. It does not get oily, it gets sweaty. So if you do see a little bit of something sitting on the surface of my skin, it's either highlight or sweatiness. And I am about to like leave and go to town, so I will be out and about in like the elements and like wearing this foundation down. So I will be back at the end of my day for my check-in to show you how well it held up, to see what the color result is, because in person, in the mirror, it looks absolutely spot on. But I want to see if the wrong-ish shade sort of gets grayer as compared to the darker one, which is supposed to match me better. We'll see how they hold up throughout the day. I just want to bring these videos to you so you can actually have like a point of comparison in case you're kind of stuck between the two shades. And also, when in doubt, just go for the darker shade, because you can always use concealer to like make it work. But with a lighter shade, even after you have like adjusted and used powders and whatever, it can turn gray on you, as is evidenced by this. But hopefully this is actually my perfect shade. I haven't worn it on camera. I have only done like a wear test review of the shade. Also using the Jackie Grit. I swear this isn't sponsored, but I am obsessed with this pen. It has literally changed my entire brow game. I feel so much more confident to like the result of my brows, so I'm really, really happy with it. I will keep telling you because this has completely changed the brow game for me. Oh, before I end this check-in, I also have to give another shout out to the crayons and ink. Again, not sponsored. I'm just obsessed with this color. I've literally worn this color in 2 videos. Like, I'm shooting them back to back, but you'll see them spaced out. But I wore this color yesterday. It lasted so beautifully on my lips in the Revlon video. Today I'm wearing it to the Estee Lauder video just because I feel like the undertone is so perfect. It complements any look, especially with like all this yellow going on. I didn't want to be basic and go for like a red, so I'm just going to go in with brown because it is sort of a safe color and I love the way it looks. So yeah, yes, I'm going to end this check-in here and I will see you at the end of my day. So this is going to be the shortest check-in of life because first of all, I should not be awake this late. It is 5:20 a.m. I had the longest day ever, which is the second reason that this will be the shortest check-in ever. And halfway through my day, I realized that I didn't actually set this foundation with either powder or setting spray, and then I put it through a lot of stress, running around the CBD, being stuck in traffic for 3 hours with no setting spray, powder, anything on my face. Wasn't really a fair test of the foundation. I feel like it didn't hold up too badly, but the main thing that I'm testing in this video is how well the colors translate at the end of the day. So even though my face is looking like a greasy mess, it is for the most part intact. I feel like it's the concealer areas, especially as I was doing this eyeshadow, which is a hot mess as well, but that's another story. I did sort of like have to touch my face and the concealer is what was moving around. So the only shifting that I can really see is around this area, but the other parts of my face look absolutely flawless. So the foundation itself is holding up. If you want to see like a proper dedicated wear test of this foundation, I will link it up here. In terms of the color, in the mirror, I honestly can't see a difference unless I look really up close, and then I can see that this side of my face is still just a little bit lighter than this side of my face, and it's not lighter in a good way, it's lighter in like an almost gray way. So I don't really know if you can tell through the camera, but I think this wear test has proven that if you just look at it from a distance, if you are my skin tone, you can pull off 6W2, but 7W1 Deep Spice is going to be your perfect shade. And also, can I just give another shout out to like the brow pen that I use, because this is 16.5 hours later. My brows are the only things that have stayed the same on my lips. Absolutely loving it. But yeah, I'm just going to fix my face so you can actually take me seriously. Okay, so here is my 16.5 hour foundation face, so you can judge it as you will. I feel like my pores are sticking out, like literally screaming off my face, so that's really not a good thing. But considering I don't wear primer, I didn't use a powder like at all, I literally only set the crease underneath my eyes, and I didn't use a setting spray for this foundation, and I was like running around out and about versus my other foundation wear test where I'm just like working from home. It's not looking terrible. I feel like it doesn't look horrible now that my nose area isn't looking like a hot mess. So yeah, with just a quick sponge dabbing situation, you will be able to like touch up during the day if you need to. I haven't touched it up since I put it on at 1 p.m, which is why I'm saying 16.5 hours later, because there's been no blotting, no anything. So yeah, now that we know the colors basically look exactly the same, I feel like this side of my face in the monitor just looks slightly more right, like slightly more alive, versus this side that's looking a little bit little ashier than this side, not necessarily ashy in and of itself, but a little ashier than the correct side. So take it as you will, but I am going to end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought, let me know what you'd like to see done different in these types of videos, because I'm kind of having second thoughts about this eyeshadow look, so I may not experiment with my eyeshadows in these videos, but like, let me know what you think, and I will see you in my next video.